What's going on with Discord today, dude? What the hell? I'm on Discord. Not messing up on me. There we go. There we go. Oh.
There we go.
What's up? Yeah, no, Discord was doing something weird. It like wasn't showing any of my stuff for some reason. No requests. Where's my chat? There's the chat. There it is. Boo, 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 boo. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All I would like to say is that Golden Hour, Gilded
What's
Game
up?
Fest, those are all from me.
They are, dude. I appreciate you, dude. Gold, what's 1 + 1? 2. Oh, wait, I gotta add. Okay, now answer. What? Excuse me, dude. What's up, Oofmaster Gaming? Why do you stream? That's my question. That's actually a really good question. I like that. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. I'll count that. Oof. That's a good one. Yeah, Teacup, you do have a lot of good ideas. I appreciate your ideas with things. They're really good, dude.
Me losing the vote, so I'm going to give up now. And
No. I need to help you with manifesting things. I need to help you with that. Yeah. Don't say you're gonna lose things. Say you're gonna win things. You know.
I am quite literally in last place.
Put that energy. How do you know you last place, dude? You have no clue.
The only vote for me is myself.
Oh, did OP do the? Did he do the votes? Did he make the poll?
Yes.
Oh, let me see. Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I'm quite literally the only
Here, I'll vote for you, Teacup. I just voted for you. Now
You know
you're
what? You know what?
It's 3,
Hold on
3,
one
4,
second.
4. Wow, it's getting close, dude. Getting close.
Okay, for no.
What's up, A-Money? Yeah. Yeah, oh, for those that are wondering, yeah, so we're going to do a kind of a fun little gaming tournament for October, because the students voted for it. They said they wanted to do a gaming tournament, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. But I want to give the students the opportunity to step up to the plate and run it. I will pay for it, but I want someone to run it and learn how to run things. I think that's cool. Dr. Gold, for no reason whatsoever, can I add what? What do you want me to add?
1 second, I'm finding it.
Wow, look, Noise is here. Noise, do you appreciate the time?
Yo.
It's a much better time for you, I guess, right? Yeah, much better.
Yep.
Yeah, he's like, it's not so fucking late. Bro, did you see they added a goddamn store now to Nitro to Discord, dude? Look at this shit, dude.
Bro, did you see the custom
I shit you not,
background
dude.
you get?
I shit you not, dude. Look at this. Wait, first of all, why does this text is always messing up, dude? Why is this messing up? Okay. Yeah, if you go to, where is it? It's under, dude, where's the Discord? Where's the Nitro shop, dude? Can I even go to the Nitro shop? Where's the Nitro shop? Oh, Nitro. Okay, whatever, streamer mode. Who gives a shit? Okay. Where's the shop? Dude, I thought they had a shop here. I got pulled to it at some point. Where is it? Dude, what? Can I not find it now? There's all my stuff if you guys want to get all my emails and phone numbers. But where is Nitro? Oh, here we go. Go to the shop. Here, look at this, dude. You can buy a flaming sword around your icon for $7. Oh, I need to stream. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, you're not streaming.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm streaming on Twitch. I know. One sec. Okay. Oh, fuck. Now I'm gonna have to go back and find this thing, though. They don't make it very easy, do they? One sec. Okay.
Petition for me to change the office hours name for just today to Golden Hour
Is it not Golden Hour?
for the meme. Well, no, it has the status of Golden Hour, but I really want to change it to Golden Hour instead of office hours.
Oh, you mean the
You mean
name
you
of the
wanna change the
stage?
channel
You want to change the name of the
Yeah.
channel?
It's for the meme.
Sure. Yeah. Can you even change channels?
Yeah, I'm better.
Okay, cool. Do it. Yeah, I don't care. You can change it. Whatever. Just put it back. Put it back at the end. But yeah, okay. They have a store here apparently now. God damn it, where's this store? There it is. Okay. But yeah, dude, for $7 you can have a flaming sword next to your thing. Ooh, the fairy sprites are kind of. I kind of like this one, dude. They may get me, dude. Like, if you ever want to know how to get me to spend money, it's put like
what is that?
put some gold stuff on your yeah, dude. Discord now has a shop, bro, dude. Here, what is this? Can I preview it? Look at this. I would have all these cute little fairy things like
cool.
dancing on top of me for $7. Why do I need to pay $7 for this?
Is it a one-time purchase or is it every month though?
No,
It's a
it's a one-time purchase. I mean, I'm kind of tempted, like, because I already have the animated back.
Yeah,
Dude, that would suck. I already have the animated background. Ooh, the treasure? What about the treasure?
I need treasure and key.
Nah, it kind of blocks my face, honestly. I don't know if I like that.
I don't like it.
Starry-eyed? Ooh, what about this? That's a
I
little
don't
gay.
know. What other ones do they got?
That one's like kind of weird.
Keep
Shocked?
going down.
Dude, look at this. It's like, you can be like, I
Going
can be
down.
totally weeaboo. Ooh,
I was gonna say,
breakfast! Breakfast is my love language.
If there is a tea one, you gotta buy me it. If there is anything that says tea,
There's a coffee one. There's a coffee one. That's not really
If
tea
they
though,
were-
right? Yeah, it's coffee.
that counts.
Fried egg. Fried egg is fun. Can I gift
You know
these?
what, fine,
I don't think I can gift these. I think I can just buy them.
I'll give you my account login.
No, let's not do that. All right, I'm tempted by the fairy sprites, but honestly, they kind of like cover up my face a little bit too much. They're kind of weird. If they have something like more sparkly, I'll probably do it. But for now,
Where do you see this shop?
it was difficult. I had to.
get the fried egg one.
Yeah, the fried egg
Yeah,
one's
man.
nice, right? Dude, I've been eating so many birdies in a basket like for the last 6 breakfasts or something. I love birdie in a
Oh,
basket.
I want one.
Yeah, it's super good, dude. Especially if you can make it like half runny, dude. That's the best. That's the best way to eat eggs. 100%.
Don't rub it in.
Don't rub it. Oh yeah. I did slightly overcook mine today. I tried to make like a kimchi egg because I had like a bunch of kimchi juice left over from something, and I wanted to like put it in my eggs. It was pretty good, but then I overcooked the eggs a little bit.
Frankly, I often make omelets or scrambled.
Omelets are good. Scrambled is good too. I just don't like that I always create an extra dirty dish with scrambled because I have to whisk it right in something, and when I do that, now I have another bowl I have to clean. And
Nobody does that.
I mean, I guess you can whisk it in the pan, but it's not as good. It's better if you whisk
How
it
do you
outside
make-
the pan.
How do you make your eggs?
I mean, if I'm doing scrambled eggs, I take eggs, I put them in a bowl, I whisk them until it's like an even consistency, and then I put that in the pan. Like I pour it in the pan.
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Tuhi? Anyways, yeah. Let me answer Oof Master's question real quick, and then we'll get to the other question you guys have. He says, "Why do you stream?" That's my question. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I guess it depends, like what type or what type of streaming I do. If you want to ask it like in general, why do I stream? It's to be able to influence the lives of many people. That's what it is. Because some people ask me, why don't you just become a teacher? I'm like, I could just teach at a high school. I wouldn't last very long, honestly, though. Pretty sure I would get canceled, I'd say something wrong, or someone would find like my Instagram. But with being a traditional teacher, you know, you can really only teach like 30 kids at once. Whereas here, you know, sometimes these Discord streams, you know, we'll have 15 viewers at a time, and that's every day, and they're all different. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Teacup's right. Why I started the server really, yeah, because COVID interrupted education, and actually there's a report that just came out that's actually really bad. It's getting like even worse.
Yeah, I did get it.
Yeah, I saw something where like, oh, where is it? Math grades are worse. Let's just put this in Google News. Yeah, it was something like it's just even worse. I don't know. Yeah, despite in person, you know, schools are still seeing math scores going down. It's all a mess, is what it is. Math scores still bad. This probably comes up. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so there's a lot of major math skills are doing really badly. They had another report in June, I think, with the report card. And it's just getting worse, and we still have in-person stuff and whatnot. So I don't know. And yeah, math is important to a lot of things. Our government says it's important because it's important to defense and security, but I think it's important just because everything is math, and you need to know math to enjoy life, I think. Oh.
I agree.
I agree, right, Noise? Yeah, math is cool. Math is life, dude.
Math is-
ChatGPT can access the internet now? I thought it could always access the internet.
Well, no, it can only so originally it could only access information past the before 2020, and then they released GPT-4, which could access the internet if you paid for it. But there's also an extension that allowed you to access the internet.
Oh, I get it. So ChatGPT was, I guess, based on a snapshot of the internet, like data that had already been collected, and then they ran a bunch of
Yeah.
algorithms. So now it can actively update itself.
Pretty much anything pre-2020 was originally.
Was originally like indexed, I guess, in ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Okay. Teacup, I do love how you know my whole history. That's pretty cool.
Well, I know you address your house and everything.
Yeah, you know what my living room looks like.
I know your bills.
I think multiple of us do. It
Yeah,
ends up on your TikTok, or you're not your TikTok. Your fucking
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
very often.
Oh yes, you guys do see my Instagram sometimes.
Just because
Yeah.
of how much of a mess it usually is after
Yeah.
concerts and shit.
It is an absolute mess. Yeah, it's still a mess because I'm still cleaning up stuff, but. And then I
When's
got.
your next concert thing?
When is my next concert thing? Probably New Year's. I usually do one for Halloween, but I have a wedding I have to go to in Georgia, Savannah, Georgia, which is like the weekend before Halloween, and I'm not gonna have enough time to prep. So I'm telling people I'm doing New Year's because I don't know. I'm usually bored on New Year's, and I end up going to like some shitty bar and blacking out and having a bad time. So I'd rather do a concert thing. I think because I think a lot of people are looking. It's not. Yeah, he says like, well, yes, but like let's do that outside is what I say. Let's do it under the stars rather than some shitty bar that like I don't know. I don't want to deal with them. Yeah, I don't know.
Well-
That's my next one. I'm taking a little. I gotta focus on you guys. I gotta focus on you guys for the next couple months. That's my big goal.
We get like. I saw you all do it.
Well, yeah, I always teach, but focus more on. I mean, this Discord runs as well as it does, but it's kind of like stagnant, honestly. Like I don't have the funding right now or the time to really grow it to what I want to, and so I have to take time to just focus on that. And this is Q4. Q4 means the fourth quarter. So it's the end of the year, which is a big time for companies and whatnot to see, hey, we have all this money laying around that we're supposed to spend on charities.
Start investing.
Exactly. Let's start. Well, it's not investing because you don't really. Well, I mean, it is investing because if you guys do better in life.
Well, this is a non-profit, so it's not investing.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah. There's not really a direct return. There is a societal return on the investment, but yes.
I mean, if you employ the people that come from this and they're
Oh,
actually pretty good, it's technically
Oh.
a long-term
It's-
investment.
It technically is a long-term investment. Yeah. Like, say for instance,
I-
for whatever reason,
Like,
say a company starts giving a bunch of money to run like a free coding camp here, and then afterwards, once you guys graduate, they start hiring you to work at the company. That's kind of an investment, right? It's a win-win situation. Yeah. What was up, Teacup? What were you saying?
I do. You should contact the Australian government. They will respond. I asked.
Okay.
They responded.
I don't know if I can receive foreign donations though.
Listen,
I mean, it's
oh,
not illegal.
It's not
Listen,
illegal. I
I
guess
asked the
Ukraine
Australian
receives
government.
plenty of foreign donations.
listen,
Well,
I
that's
asked the
military.
Australian government.
What did you guys see?
There's a
My
few more
robotics
loopholes.
team.
Yeah. Okay. Teacup, you asked the Australian government about your robotics thing, and they responded to you.
I asked them to fund my robotics team. They said no, but they did
Oh.
respond.
Well, that's nice of them. I like when people respond, as opposed to like the girls I text here who like literally just don't respond. I'm just like, what? Excuse me? Like the
Still
response to my,
struggling.
they respond to my initial text. Dude, it's a struggle, man. And I know I have the right phone number because they respond to like my first few texts, but the second it's a text about like, hey, can I take you out to lunch, or like, do you want to go surfing, or do you want to go to an art museum? It's just like radio silence, like nothing.
Oh,
And I'm just like, am I fucking hideous or something? Like, what's going on?
well,
Go find a man and offer to bring them to Peterson. There you go.
Go find a man and bring him to the Peterson. Yeah, that's a nice museum.
Bring him to
It's
the
a car
Peterson
museum.
Museum. You will win over.
I love the
anybody.
Peterson. Honestly, dude, if I find a chick I could take the Peterson, I fucking wife her right there, dude.
Honestly, I need to get out there.
Yeah, have you ever been?
Dude.
No, right?
Do they still have the Senna sim?
Well, let's see. I don't know. I've never seen the sim. What's up, Teacup? What were you saying?
I'm just gonna tell me if it reaches my question. I'm gonna go start put my ballad song and maybe eat dinner.
Okay. I'll ping you, dude. You're good. I think yours is one of the first ones, so we'll probably do it pretty soon here.
Mine's like the last one.
Okay, then we'll get to that one too. All right. Tui's saying, I asked a question. Yeah, you asked a math question, and you can still ask math questions here, but ask a more general, like, whatever question about life, and do it in that channel, Tui. Someone can tag him there or something.
Both my questions were maths questions.
Well, no, it's okay. It's okay. That's all right. You can still ask. Noise, you can ask math questions. That's okay. But yeah, it's... yeah, they have some very cool pieces. Oh, wow, dude. They have a lot of old Ferraris now. Look at this. Oh, this is dope. Oh, man.
You can find them, like, basically everywhere.
They have an F40, dude, man. Wow, this is super
cool.
cool.
In that condition, that's amazing.
This is super cool. I like this. Yeah. So, this is the first Ferrari apparently ever made. Wow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it says Jaeger, dude. Look at that noise, dude. It says Jaeger. Jaeger LeCoultre, I guess is what it is. Ooh, dude, look at this, man. Look at this Phantom, dude. Wow. Dude, cars in the 20s looked sick, dude. Look at this thing. This thing is sick. What?
Yeah, but guess how much guess the fuel economy on
Does it come with a decanter, dude? You saw
No
Maybach
way.
on the way to school? That's cool. Have you guys seen what was it? Have you guys seen the new Maybachs with the getting out of the dirt capability?
Yeah, that's been a feature for a bit from when
Has it?
They just
Oh,
put
I guess
them
I've just started seeing it on
Yeah, it's just
I mean-
becoming a thing that's common because Mercedes drivers don't use it for what you're supposed to use it for.
Exactly. Yeah. So this car can like bounce. Yeah.
Loosen it up.
This is actually an interesting physics question. So what happens when you're like stuck in the mud or stuck in the sand and your wheels just start spinning is that you're putting like too much force down or whatever to catch. So this bouncing up and down kind of like it changes what the normal force is on the tires, and that variation causes you to be able to catch traction. It's pretty. Someone should do. I should do a video about this. Like about how the suspension system works. It's very cool.
Be like that one dude on TikTok who does the auto reviews, but try to focus it in the math about it.
Yeah, I should do this because
What's his name?
this is
Forrest
dope.
Auto reviews, I forget.
I don't know. Send me the link to it. Yeah, it has the bouncing feature. It looks so funny, dude. I think a lot of the newer Mercedes have it too, though. Yeah, but this is what it's supposed to be, right?
It's just not.
Dude, I love it. I love this track. I'm gonna put this in like my DJ set this weekend. It's so good. Oh, it's dirty. It's too funny. This is Los Angeles. I can tell. Anyways. Yeah, cool stuff. Okay, cool. Here, let me start the stream off for people. All right. Welcome everyone to the Golden Hour AMA podcast. My name is Dr. Gold. I'm joined with a lot of awesome students here. We got Initial, we got Noise, we got Teacup. Jamarcus is chilling too. I need to get you guys some special guests. I do. I put that in my. I mean, I love talking. Don't get me wrong, but I put that in my journal for this week. Was like, go get someone to actually show up to this podcast and talk to the kids. I haven't done it yet, so I will do it. What type of person would you guys like to talk to? Like, I have access to everyone. Like, porn stars, rocket scientists. Like,
okay, that's
who do you want to talk to? Who do you guys want to talk to? Yeah,
You should bring like a representative on or something.
Riley Reed, dude. I've met Riley Reed.
That would be an amazing one.
Did I tell you my story about Riley Reed? Actually, I have a funny story about her.
No, I've never heard this one. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I was at the club in. I haven't met Sasha Grey though. She's an actress now. Apparently now she's trying to like.
She streams on Twitch.
She's a streamer now. Yeah, that's interesting. But okay, whatever. I'm glad she found. I mean, there is a wall for those types of people at some point. So I'm glad she found another alternative source of acting. But yeah, no, I was at the club. This was back in probably 2013, 2014, and I'm like sitting. I'm backstage. I'm up on like one of the guardrails, like looking down on the stage, and I start looking and I see this girl, and she's got awesome bubbly energy. She's like running around, like being all happy and stuff, and like she's short, and I'm like, oh man, this girl's so cute. She's like totally my type. So I'm like trying to like work up the courage to go like down to the stage and introduce myself and whatnot. And then my buddy like comes up to me and he just like pats me on the shoulder. He's like, hey man, yeah, do you like that? It's Riley Reed, dude. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, oh no. Oh no, dude, what? It's Riley Reed? Aw. I was like, God damn it. I'm attracted to the worst girls. But yeah, I was like, oh, I don't even need to like ask her out now to see her naked. Like she's literally putting pictures all over the internet. Okay, all right. Next, yeah, you met Lana Rhoades and Mike Magic at the beach last year. That's cool. I don't know who Lana Rhoades is. Is that another adult film star?
How weird
Probably.
do you think it is for porn stars when children approach them and know them?
Yeah, I've seen the jokes about that, right? Where it's like Mia Khalifa or something, and they're like these 12-year-olds or something.
So weird for them. For a
Yeah.
child to approach them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have my own thinkings and all that. I think that whole industry, honestly, is terrible. Unfortunately, I think it ruins a lot of dynamics. It ruins a lot of people's lives, unfortunately, too.
It definitely does.
Yeah, they do great when they're stars, but then like if you ever watch the documentaries to what happens after they're no longer in the industry, they're all types of messed up. Like it's not good for your mental health, and you know but I don't know. Some people just love it. They're like, I love doing it. I'm like, cool, go for it. You know, but just keep in mind there's some mental health problems later that develop because of that. Lana Rhoades' kids find. Oh wait, is this the girl that what's his name from No Jumper? Is that the person? Is that who I'm thinking about? No Jumper's girlfriend? You guys right about this one? No, Alina Adam. Oh no, yeah, but who's his girlfriend?
That's a different porn star.
Oh, that's a different porn star. I don't know. There's too many of them, dude. Dude, nowadays with OnlyFans, dude, anybody can be a porn star. That's the whole problem. I mean, that's really what I think messed up society is OnlyFans. OnlyFans messed up everything. Like, I could go on a whole rant about that. But most of you guys are underage, so I shouldn't really be ranting about it. But yeah, I think OnlyFans screwed up society bad. And I think I'm seeing the effects of it now. But, yeah. Oh, here, guess what I watched? Oh, that's too bad, dude. Oh, no. Oh, no. Where he interviewed his wife. Yeah. Yeah, the Adam 22 thing. Yeah, I don't get it. Honestly, it's that thing's all a publicity stunt, is what it is. It's, I mean, people are talking about him. I knew about Adam 22 or whatever from No Jumper back from early interviews that he used to do with some of my favorite DJs. He used to do a lot of cool interviews with this guy named Getter. His first name is Tanner, I guess, or something. But yeah, he was pretty cool in that scene of stuff. And then I didn't hear from him for a while, and then yeah, all of a sudden I start seeing, oh, he's a cuck or something. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's how he got famous. Again. Anyways, okay. Let's go to more intellectual questions. Besides Adam 22. All right, let's see. What's the first question we got? Time to ponder. Time to win the spinner again. Ooh, I like this. Jamarcus says, how do you multiply 0 by something and get a number greater than 0? I ask because the 0 is my social skills and I want to multiply it, but it's physically impossible. Jamarcus, dude, what? Jamarcus, dude, you are super social, man. Like, that's why you have the Senor Savage role in the Discord, dude. Like, you're funny, man. I appreciate your humor. You're pretty good. Maybe you guys are talking about IRL. That's actually... That's what I wonder, dude. I wonder how that translates eventually, right? How do we translate? And that'll probably be my next task. And my first task is making sure you guys do well in math and science. My second task is probably to... well, my second task is to make sure you guys have, like, appropriate mental health and everything. But then maybe my third task is to improve social skills in real life, right? That'd probably be a cool one. Because I think we teach a lot of it here in this Discord. I teach a lot of, like, listen to people, apologize when you're wrong, you know, get, like, like, read the room a little bit with your jokes. These are all important things. But then I guess translating this into real life becomes kind of a problem because there's also social anxiety, you know, and kind of like almost like stage fright, I guess. Which I have like 0 stage fright at this point. And I also have it because I stream so much, right? I don't mind talking to the infinite nothingness that's out there, you know. But yeah, I guess practicing is a good thing. Do any of you guys do like public speaking? Did any of you do public speaking? Any of you guys in like a debate class?
They have still.
They do. I know Noise does public speaking because Noise, you have to deal with customers all day, don't you?
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't really say that's public speaking.
That's kind of public speaking. You're speaking with strangers. Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah, but it's only one at a time.
Sure. Okay. What if there are 2 customers?
The tactic is for dealing with customers. The tactic is you always say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. It's my first shift."
I
Even though
don't-
I've worked there for 4 months.
I don't know. It's me first shift. Dude, that's too funny. Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, well, I mean, they had debate classes in my high school. I don't know if they still have them here. Or maybe, do you guys have like a student government? Do you guys? Well, I always thought that was lame, like going for class president or something.
Well, we
But
have one of them. It's a complete joke.
yeah,
Like, just like
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a joke. You get
it's a
nothing
joke.
for that.
Yeah.
well, not as in like.
How's
as
it a
in you
joke?
Tell your mate, "Here, I dare you to run for this," and then
Oh,
they
really?
do it and just like suggest stupid shit.
Y'all suggest stuff. Ours is just placeholder kind of thing. It's like the Queen to the UK or the King now. It's
Like,
just
they have
there
no
for
power?
shits and- It's just there to look cool at this point.
I guess it's good for resumes, right? You could say, I was class president or something. That says something. If you had to get enough
If
people
I
to
was
vote
an
for you.
employer, I probably wouldn't employ someone who was class president because they're just going to be a fucking leak, aren't they?
Yeah, you're right. Wait, what'd you call them? A neocon? What'd you call them?
I said neek.
A neek. What's a neek? Excuse me? What is neek? What is that? I know there's this term called NEET. Have you guys heard this one? NEET?
Oh yeah, I fucking love calling people neats.
It's like not employable. I forget what the ET version of it is. Wait. Oh, not in education, employment, or training. Okay. So I guess
yeah,
it's.
well, that's the actual one.
Oh, really? There's a funnier one that you guys use? You guys call it something else?
Neat is basically a retard.
Oh, wow. That was kind of
A
mean.
neat is so retarded that they're just useless to the world.
I thought this was like voluntary is what it is. Yeah, I thought this was like you're voluntarily not in school, you don't have a job, and you're not training. Which,
People who are willing to do that are actually stupid.
no, I don't know if they're stupid. I mean, again, there's a difference between
Terrible.
stupidity and motivation. I think they're just not motivated is what they are. I mean, they were talking about this also. I saw this also in the news. It was, what was it? Gen Z lack. Well, here we go. Gen Z lack office skills or something is what it was. Yeah. I love this, dude. Gen Z can't work alongside people with different views because they haven't gotten the skills to agree, says British TV boss.
I
So,
know how to disagree.
Channel 4 CEO Alex Mahon complained that the youngest generation to enter the workforce doesn't have the skills to debate, disagree, or work alongside people with different opinions. I do think this is a big issue because a lot of times, I see when you guys argue. I'm not putting any names or anything, but like, some people just refuse to see what the other person's side is, and will just be like, "No, I'm right."
Immediate insults.
Exactly. Or yeah, it immediately escalates to insults. And this started happening in our political system already, right? With the divide between Republicans and Democrats. And it became that, you either, if someone was a Republican, you called them a racist. Just straight up. You're like, you're a racist. And I'm like, okay. And then if someone was a Republican and they disagreed with a Democrat, they called them a snowflake. Or, I don't know, something. But really, the truth is always somewhere in between. It's okay to not agree. But you need to be able to debate. Or again, work alongside people with different views. Because not everyone is going to be the same exact viewpoint that you are, it's okay to differ on things. On certain things, I mean, if you differ on like basic human rights, then like no, like I agree. There are like some things we can't really work together on.
It's different when somebody's like disagreeing that it either has to stay this way, or somebody's disagreeing that it should be better.
Yeah,
The people who think it should be worse are definitely bottom of the barrel.
but again, but worse and better is all in that person's viewpoint. For some people, returning to more traditional rural types of environments is better. And for other people, they're like, no, like having cities that are bigger and whatnot is better. It just depends like who you are, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I think this is an important thing. Yeah, and I do see it too. I don't know why it is. I don't know why Gen Z can't discuss things, I guess, or they can't disagree with things. maybe it is a product, honestly, of all the social media that happens, because social media is convenient because it creates what we call an echo chamber for yourself. Do you guys know what an echo chamber is? Initial, do you know what an echo chamber is?
Yeah.
What's an echo chamber?
It's one of those things where you talk into it and it just echoes forever. No response. It's like you're
Okay.
talking to yourself.
It's like you're talking to yourself. Exactly. They call this an echo chamber or a bubble, right? Or I don't know. Yeah, whatever. There's another word for it, but it's called an echo chamber because anytime you say something, you get a response that just sounds like you. Like you just hear yourself, and that's convenient, right? When you don't want to disagree with anyone, because every time you talk to someone, they have the exact same viewpoints as you, and so you're basically just hearing yourself, and then you're just agreeing with yourself, and then you never have to think about any other thoughts, because what you think is already what other people are thinking in your echo chamber, and the world is nice. The problem is, like, the world doesn't work like that. Social media leads us to believe that it does, because it allows us to only interact with people that agree with what we say. And it allows us to tune out people that don't. But that's not how the real world works. You know, online it can, because you can choose, digitally who to interact with and whatnot. In the real world, when you go to buy your groceries, you can't tell whatever the big man in the sky to be like, hey, I don't want anyone in this grocery store to support, I don't know, abortion or something. Like, I want to deal with these people. You can't do that. That's not how the real world works. So yeah, I think social media is a big thing for this. It allowed the creation of these echo chambers, which then allows people to not have to ever disagree, because they can always find someone that agrees with them. This also allows crazy ideas to become valid. So, for instance, a lot of conspiracy theories now really take off, because back in the day before the internet, if someone in the town started having some crazy idea of how, I don't know, the aliens are stealing people and there's a child dungeon in a pizza parlor run by the Clintons, right? Someone in the town would have slapped
Is
them.
that really a crazy idea, though?
I know there's probably some truth somewhere, but some of these conspiracy theories, dude, are far out. I agree, there's always some truth to them, but some of them are really far out. If you had these ideas, everyone in the town would say you're a lunatic. They would slap you and be like, "Hey, man, don't do that. Let's have some common sense." Nowadays, if you have some crazy ideas, say that wearing pink hats makes you able to talk to aliens, you can find someone else on the internet that also has that belief, and then now you have a community of people that all believe the same thing, and so this reaffirms your belief that it's true when it's not. Yeah.
I mean, do you wear pink hats?
I don't have any pink hats. All my hats are gold.
How do you know?
You're right. I always say don't knock it till you try it, except for heroin. Don't do that one. But yeah, no. I think social media is responsible for a lot of this, unfortunately. Here, Kisco, you want to come up and debate? You can always talk. I appreciate Kisco's opinions on things. Yeah. I think social media was a great idea to try to bring people together and keep people connected and whatnot, but it also has this really negative effect that allows us to create these echo chambers and little social bubbles so that we just don't interact with other people. And then we lack the skills to disagree. So join a debate class. That's what you should do. Yeah. Y'all's generation should make debate class mandatory. It should be a required class. If they want to fix this, make debate class mandatory. Because the companies like Facebook and TikTok and whatnot are spending millions and billions of dollars to keep you in an echo chamber because you're happiest there. Even though, sometimes the best thing for you is not the happiest. It's, growth is painful sometimes. Wow. Oh, Hypatia. Hypatia, I hope you're feeling better. I know Hypatia's been dealing with COVID. COVID's fucking whack. I hate COVID. But okay. But okay, wait, Jamarcus was actually asking a math question though, kind of. He was saying, how can 0 times something be something, right? Is that what he was saying? He's like, how can 0 times a number
times something be greater than what it originally was, I guess.
Be greater than 0, basically. Yeah. Okay. The way this can happen is if you have 0 times infinity, right? Or let's say for instance, 1 over infinity. So you guys know that 1 divided by the biggest number in the world, right? This thing is 0. Or it's approximately 0. It's like very close to 0, right?
I mean,
But if I multiply this...
is
What's up,
asked, like,
Kisko?
in the context, if this question is asked in the context of limits, then it makes sense because like limits studies like rates instead of exact values.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't plug in values. Right. Yeah. So, in the limit, right, this will go to 0. But if we multiply this also by infinity, right, this is not equal to 0. And it's even not equal to 1. You have to end up doing more math and calculus, Kiss Killer. Have you seen the calculus that you need in order to do this type of stuff?
Oh, I think this is just limits, or
Yeah.
does it require some calculus?
No, it's just limits. I mean, sometimes you can use L'Hopital's rule and whatnot to figure stuff out. That's where you take the derivative of the top and bottom until you eventually get to something that makes sense. That's an example of one here. Let me find a question real quick. 1 second.
So it's like we were trying to study like how those rates develop and like to conclude which is bigger and then something like this, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, here, let me find an example one. Not this one. And I don't want one with polynomials. I want one with, oh, I like this. Yeah. Oh, wait, that says we go to 0. Let me see. L'Hopital's question, at infinity. I want, like, an infinity one. Man, they're all just polynomials. There's gotta be something more interesting. Come on. Maybe they do all just go to 0. Because you need infinity over infinity is what you need. Ooh. No, that's also to 0. Okay, whatever. Let's try. I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll do this one. E to the x minus 1 over x squared plus x. Okay. So let's say we had e to the x minus 1 over x squared plus x, and I wanted to take the the limit as x approaches 0, right? If I were to plug in 0 into this, like straight off the bat, right? This ends up becoming e to the 0 minus 1 over 0 plus 0, which this becomes 1 minus 1 over 0, which is 0 over 0. Which is what we call indeterminate, right? Yeah, this is, I don't know. Like, I don't know which one is smaller, right? If this is smaller than this, then the thing is 0. If this is smaller than this, then the thing is infinity. Or it could maybe, they could be the same 0, and then it could be equal to 1.
Yeah.
So, do you know how to do this one, Kiss Killer?
I actually don't.
Okay. So there's a thing called L'Hopital's rule, which says if you have a limit that is either infinity over infinity or 0 over 0, the result of that limit is also equal to taking the derivative of the top and bottom and then figuring out what the value is. So for instance, this limit is also equal. So here, let's call this thing a of x, and let's call this thing b of x. All right. I'm just going to group it like that. This is also equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of a prime of x over b prime of x. So now what you're doing is you're taking a derivative of a top and you're taking a derivative of the bottom. There's a proof for it somewhere. I can go over that later. Let me just show you how it works first. What's up, Hikaru? So let's take the derivative of the top first. Do you know what the derivative of this is? The derivative of e to the x minus 1?
I think e of x is like e to the x is just e to the x.
Good, yeah. Derivative e to the x is just e to the x, right? And then what's the derivative of 1?
1 is the constant, so it's cancelled. It's
Good.
0.
0, good. So this just becomes e to the x, okay? And then let's take the derivative of this thing on the bottom, right? So
So x plus 1.
yeah, this just becomes 2x plus 1. Is what it becomes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now, right? So then this was ddx of x squared plus x, okay? let's see what happens if I plug in 0 now. If I plug in x goes to 0. What does this become now?
It becomes 1/1.
1. Yeah, good. There you go. So I say that the limit as x approaches 0 of this thing is also equal to 1.
Oh yeah.
It's a cool trick. And so sometimes this thing will be more complicated, and you have to take more and more derivatives. You have to go like one. You have to keep going until you either get like a straight infinity, 0, or a number. You know, if you ever get 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity, you have to keep taking derivatives. Yeah, it's a cool thing.
So it's like a general rule. For instance, if like the derivative of a and the derivative of b, like they give us an indefinite state, can we like do it again and again?
Correct. Here's it. So the classic one they do is for, you know, a what is this for? It's like a big polynomial. One sec, let me find one where there's like a multiple step one. L'Hopital's rule question, multiple. Sometimes with trig functions, you end up having to do it a couple times. Yes, is this it? This is probably it. Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Gold.
What's up, Hikaru, dude?
I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
So remember how I like sent you a thing in good grades and you gave me level 2?
Did I? Probably, yeah.
What does that do?
It gets you 2 bond coins, is what it does. You get 2 bond coins for showing me that you have good grades in your classes.
Wait, really?
What's up, Bob? Yeah. Read the sticky. Everything's in the sticky there. You should be able to see it. Or ask the mods. Ask the mods about things. You're good. So here's an example. Kiss Killer. Do you see here how I have x minus sine of x over x cubed, right?
Yep.
So here, let me just open this in a new tab, right? Okay. So if I originally plug in 0, I get 0 minus sine of 0, 0 over 0. This is 0 over 0, this is bad,
Yep.
right? So then I take the derivative, and that gets me 1 minus cosine of x over 3x squared. If I plug 0 into this, I still get 0 over 0, because this is 1 minus cosine of 0 is 1. So that's 0 over 0, all right? So this is still not good. So then I need to take another derivative, which then gets me to sine of x over 2x, which is still 0 over 0. So then I take another derivative until finally I get to cosine of x over 1. And then this is 1, but at the end, you know, we've pulled out a 1/6 eventually from all the coefficients.
Yeah. Mathematicians are very patient.
Yeah, you got to keep trying. Yeah, exactly. I like perseverance. I'm a big fan of perseverance. Very big fan of perseverance. So, yes. It's cool. So, yeah, Jamarcus, that's an example of how, you know, 0 times something can seemingly not be 0. So, yeah, even if you think your social skills are 0, which I don't think your social skills are 0, Jamarcus, you're very sociable in our Discord. We just got to work on a way to translate that to real life. And I think it's about finding what the block is. There's got to be some block. Like, there's some translation block. I'm wondering what it is. Because you guys... what do you think it is initially?
When you see somebody in person, you have to interact like them like that. You have nothing as a
You have no
layer
wall.
in between.
Yeah. Okay.
Purely what comes to your mind is what goes out. You can't delete the message. You can't edit. You can't like backspace and then retype it to be what you want. Once you say it, it's said. Everything has a major effect.
So that creates kind of like some social anxiety, I guess. There's some anxiety of like, shit, I don't have a protection layer, I guess.
Like here I can basically say and do what I want because in the end I can delete it.
Yeah.
Make a new account if it's that bad. But in real life, that's not how it works.
I see.
I can't
The
just
stakes are higher.
delete my message and make a new account in real life. That's called killing myself.
Yeah, don't no unaliving yourself, please.
I mean, you have a brain. It's like a sheet of paper, and you can write things on it, and then like evaluate them before you output them to the
That is
outside
true.
world. You know.
Yeah, you can think before talking.
Yeah,
I
then
don't
you
do it
have
all the time.
People who think that that's an issue because you're not responding immediately.
Or you're not responding quick enough. I get you.
Yeah, if you're not responding quick enough, people start to think you're slow for some reason.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a problem I definitely had when I was younger. and even throughout my 20s, is I wouldn't really think before I said things. I would just say things. I was very impulsive. And I learned later in life that, maybe take a couple seconds to think about how you're saying something, how it might affect people. I think that's part of, like, maturing. Yeah, I agree a lot with the, you have to kind of think, but I think it's more real. I think it's more the real you if you don't have time to carefully craft a message and, delete things or, blah, blah. This is honestly why also I hate texting girls. This is why I don't do this. I really don't like doing this. I like just getting someone in person because you can't hide behind all this crafty, elaborate text and whatever and manipulating, gaslighting stuff, whatnot. Like if you're in person, that's who the person is at their core, and they you can't fake it. Like that's who they are. So
I like how it also connects to your previous debates and discussion about social media.
Yes.
Like the algorithmic factor does alter the thing a bit.
It alters who you talk to, right, and who you interact with for sure, right? It only puts you in front of people
you can't
that
just talk with everyone and anyone.
You can talk with anyone, but it will only really put you into conversations with people that kind of agree with what you want to talk about. So yeah, it's not how the world works. It's not how it works. That's what I say. I mean, like, there's reality, but I think, I don't know, there's too much detachment from reality. And then you're like, what is reality? I don't know. It becomes a whole thing. Nice. All right, let's see. Anybody else got? Let me see what other questions we got. Initial asks. Yeah, what's up, Kiss Killer?
Hello.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I heard hello. Yes, I can hear hello. Someone's saying hello. His mic's not working. I don't know. I have a cello getting delivered today. I need to make sure I do not miss that shipment. I'm gonna be so mad if I miss that. Let me make sure I didn't miss it.
A cello?
Yes, I ordered. So I play the cello, right? It's one of my favorite instruments. But it's a very expensive instrument, and also it's kind of like temperamental, right? It's because it's made of wood, so it's very sensitive to temperature changes. And let me see. Yeah, this is like a cello for you guys that don't know what a cello is. Usually they're expensive.
Like a better violin.
Yeah, good cellos are a couple $1,000s. They don't work very well with the heat or different changes in temperatures. So what I ended up doing was buying a cheap cello that I can, because I want to be able to play cello at some of these desert things I do, or more extreme conditions, but not be so worried about damaging like my baby. Like my performance cello I play on, I've had since I was probably 14, 15, and it's I don't know, it's very special to me, and I wouldn't want it to be stolen or like damaged. So enter Amazon. you can buy a cello for $130. So I bought a cheap one, which I got this recommendation from another guy at Burning Man. He said because they have an orchestra sometimes that comes out. Let me see if I got pictures of it. Black Rock City Philharmonic. It's pretty cool. Yeah, but yeah, look at this. So they actually do have an orchestra that they bring out to the desert sometimes that plays. But the desert is like not a nice place, and especially for these types of instruments and whatnot, you will ruin expensive things really quick. So this guy who also played cello, he's probably one of these guys. I remember him showing me a blue one. He said, yeah, just buy a cheap Amazon on cello for buy a cheap cello on Amazon for like $200, and then buy nice strings. If you buy nice strings, like $60, $100 strings, it makes this $100 cello feel like $1,000 cello, which is like a medium level cello. So it's at least playable enough for something like this. So that's cool. So that's what I did. All right. Yeah, so that's what I bought. What was I else? Okay, Initial was saying opinion on the Russian denial of peace in Ukraine. How do you think this will play out, especially saying that Ukraine may potentially okay, educate me here, dude. What's this denial of peace?
So Poland has decided to start funding its own grain growth. Ukraine doesn't like that, and Ukraine is attempting to work out suing them over it.
Why?
How that's going to work is
why can't they just grow their own plants?
They lose their monopoly on European grain, basically.
Why are they allowed to have
What is-
why are they allowed to have a monopoly?
Because that's not how the world works. That's how American laws work. That's how European laws work.
I know
That's
there's a
not
big
how-
thing where like Ukrainians
works.
they couldn't get their grain out of their country, right? Because the ports were being blocked by the Russians. I remember that.
Yeah, but with the Storm Shadow strikes, that's not happening anymore.
Is that where they started taking out the
Russia started to
Russian
push back
ports?
to Crimea. That's what they're using. That's the British missiles that they keep using to fuck over the Russian ports. Yeah. But the issue lying there is Poland is their major supporter because fuck Russia,
Okay.
and Poland is the most anti-Russia nation probably, or close to.
But
And they
Poland
were
is
their
very
main
anti-Russia
supporters.
too, right? Poland doesn't like Russia.
Poland is I think either first, second, or third. It's top 3 in the nations that hate Russia most
Okay.
because of everything.
So shouldn't they? So I mean, they should be supporting, I guess, of Ukraine, and Ukraine should be supporting
No,
Poland.
they actually just announced that they're going to stop sending weapons due to us.
Oh,
Because if you're trying to sue them over not wanting to
it's kind
spend
of
all
dumb,
their
dude.
money on
Dude,
you,
like
that's kind of ridiculous.
people are dying because of like an invasion of a country, and we're arguing about like who gets to grow corn. Like what?
They're not corn, grain,
Whatever. Yeah, same
fucking
stuff.
wheat.
Wheat, barley. What is this? Let me see this. Okay, so what's my opinion on it? I think Poland should be able to grow whatever the fuck it wants. I mean,
I mean more your opinion on the Russian denial of the peace plan.
what's the piece? Yeah. What was it? Ukraine put forth like a plan for like, hey man, can we like stop invading my country?
Yeah.
Oh wait. Oh, the
And then
talks are back
Russia
on.
said, no, we're going to settle this on the battlefield.
Oh, really? Let me
As
see.
if they don't realize where that's been getting them.
Yeah. Well, again, any sort of dictator or strong person, such as, Putin, has to give the illusion of strength, and in doing that, accepting a peace treaty doesn't. It looks like you lost, right?
It was drafted by China. It's not
yeah,
actually Ukrainian
because China
plan.
doesn't like the war. There are not a lot of countries that like what Russia's doing.
Debatable.
I don't think India
China-
likes what they're
China
doing either.
profits from this heavily.
Oh, do they? I mean, India has
China
been.
makes money off the UAV parts.
India was telling Russia, like, yo, knock it out, dude. Like, y'all chill.
India is the last person who should be talking shit right now.
Yeah, I guess that's the world is such a confusing place. There's so many different.
America finally
plays-
said that they have to answer for it.
Okay, but
and India
what
said-
what is the peace plan, by the way? What is the peace plan? Let's look it up. I'm curious. This I'm okay
Basically,
with.
fuck out my nation.
Okay, let me see.
I don't know the exact plan.
Okay, I mean this is where okay, all right. Okay. Included in the peace plan was a tribunal for the prosecution of Russian war crimes. Like, bro, they're not going to accept that. If you say, okay, we're also going to put you on trial for doing bad things, what are your options, dude? It's like either keep
Going to
fighting
fucking
or
trial and being an
yeah,
actual person.
I know, but
It makes them look like much more of a warmonger on the international stage. It's making them look worse.
Dude,
than African warlords at this point.
I understand why Russia would say no to this. Because like, why would you want to sign it? If I was someone who had done bad things and they were like, hey, please stop doing bad things. You're like, okay. And they're like, okay, but if you stop doing bad things, we're going to put you in jail. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to keep doing bad things then. Because I don't want to go to
It's a
jail.
zero-sum game.
Yeah. I get kind of annoyed at this. This kind of also happened with World War I, right? So World War I ended, and instead of being like, okay, cool, peace on Earth, like we're good and whatnot, the U.S. and everyone else had to basically just economically gut Germany. They just totally destroyed them with whatever sort of like reparations and everything, and this destroyed their economy, made them all mad, and then we got World War II because you created an environment where someone was like, yeah, dog, like they screwed us over, let's go fuck them over again.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can even think that it's just like a facade. It's like they give you a choice that is so absurd that you
Yeah.
are guaranteed to refuse, and when you do, it's like you just gave them a justification,
Yes. Yeah, I'm trying to think. That happens a lot, actually. And I've seen it happen in my life, even, too. Yeah, where someone gives you... yeah, like, oh, here, take this thing, but we know you're not going to take it, but if you don't take it, then it's justification for us to keep doing things because you didn't take it. But of course, who would take it? Like, this is a shitty deal.
Yeah, it comes with strings attached.
Yeah, I think maybe Russia would be cool if it was like, all right, you leave, we leave, you know, whatever, just pretend it didn't happen or something. And I don't know, Russia gets to keep Crimea or something, and then we're cool.
Yeah, but you gotta
go back.
remember the effect on the population too.
Yes.
By Zelensky not trying to push the extradition of these criminals,
Yeah.
it's going to make him look like a bitch to his population. It's going to make Ukraine.
I think it's
look like a bitch
yeah, but the alternative is that war keeps going on. That's the alternative. The alternative is that people keep dying.
This alternative, it's not going to be a win for Russia. It's either we choose to make Russia more invincible, or it has to be taught the hard way.
I think you have to
I think go the hard way. It's the only way they're going to take.
I know. I think the zero-sum game thing is a big thing here.
South China Sea. You want to do it peacefully. You want to get this all over with. You want to fix the issues with Taiwan, the issues with Japan, the issues with Korea, every bit of that. It's not happening. No matter what, they're going to keep pushing their agenda because it's the only way they can do it because nobody else is going to bitch them into it.
Yeah.
I mean, we also have to remember that, like, the West is kind of liberal and, like, Russia is conservative.
Sure.
And, like, both ideologies are mutually exclusive, and you know it's just human nature to be fighting because you know it's like your flourishment comes at the expense of my demise. You know, it's like you know it's the truth that we have to live with.
In order for there to be billionaires, there have to be really poor people.
Yeah,
there's only finite money. There's only finite money. Well, I mean, there should be finite money. I guess our Fed just keeps printing it like crazy, but. But yeah, I don't know. I think if Zelensky actually wanted peace, he would put forth something that seemed a little bit reasonable, and then we would move on. I don't think Zelensky wants peace. I think you're right, Initial. I think he wants to like punish Russia for this, but
it's not really punishing them anymore. It's showing them that they are not invincible and they are in fact touchable by literally everyone.
You cannot want for peace. That's the only thing. Like.
You can't want for peace, Hypatia? Why do you say that?
Well, because when you are facing invasion, when you are facing persecution or atrocities, the only thing you cannot do is appeasement, is surrendering those. You do that, you die. Like in China, it's that like you look at after the
position to be able to.
Wait. Let I want to hear Hypatia. Hypatia, what? So in China, like, you're saying if you appease, you die. What? Because there's not actually peace. Because then they just can and steamroll you again.
It's not even. It doesn't have to be international. Like think about after the Tiananmen massacre.
Sure.
After the
Hong Kong riots.
Yeah, and also there's another thing called茉莉花学运. It's a flower. Let's just call it flower revolution. It's something happening right after the Arab Spring in China. Like these kind of things, there's only one way out. That is to win.
Okay.
If we do not win, we perish. Our loved ones perish.
Okay.
So there's no peace to an occupationist. Such as the Communist Party, there's no peace with the invaders, such as China or Russia or whoever.
So you're saying if the Russian invaders leave, and I call that peace, that's not peace because they're just going to come back and do it again? Is that what you're saying, or?
They can leave, like they just go go back to their country.
Yes.
So that like Crimea or Donbass, they are all under like they are properly under Ukrainians' control.
Sure.
And then there's no with the Ukrainian democratic government, like then there's no like. Is
that peace? Or are you saying that's not peace? Would that be peace? That's victory. Okay. I agree.
We are not saying to liberate Moscow is a must. We are not saying to liberate Beijing is a must. In fact, it's against international law
Yeah, invade the other
to
country.
do something like that. Not quite. But yeah, basically, as long as we protect ourselves and make the case that we cannot be invaded, that's the point.
Okay, I agree with that.
But anything lower than that, you cannot do it. You
Yeah.
cannot negotiate with terrorists.
Exactly. You can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think when I say like Zelensky doesn't want peace, quote unquote, I think he doesn't want Russia to just leave and then things are fine. I think he wants more than that. He wants more than them just leaving.
It's good. Like if he believes, like Russia has so many problems.
Yeah.
Like if he believes in a whatever, like to stop stopping the atrocities. That's good international leadership.
Yes, I agree.
Which means he can fuel Russian resistance. Ingushetia, what's the and then Belgorod also. I think Belgorod, they are still in control of several Russian cities, and
Oh, okay.
things like that.
Yeah.
Like just like it doesn't have to be driving Ukrainian forces into Russia because that has international law repercussions. But
Right.
like the funding resistance, those are a very good thing to do. In fact,
I say just let the rotten fruit, like rotten fruit will fall by itself, right? You know, if stuff is corrupt and terrible, it eventually falls.
Some of our resistance, well, not really resistance because they didn't really have any significant methods to do it, but yeah, we have a lot of them have been saying, why isn't the CIA sending them like weapons or something?
Right.
Yeah, like we definitely want Putin or Xi to be gone.
Yeah.
And then Taiwan and Ukraine cannot give up. Like from the history, my history, or the history of my people, you give up, you die.
I see. Yeah. No. Yeah. It's there's either victory or death.
Yeah.
That's been a thing in a lot of history for sure. Oh man. All right, let me see. We got some other questions real quick. I like all the world stuff. The world stuff's cool. I think it's good to keep informed about things because it helps you, judge how things are going on in your own country. So I appreciate it.
The one thing I can't keep y'all informed on is Nigeria because everything there just Nigeria.
Dude, Africa's a mess, dude.
I cannot find anything on it anymore. Nobody fucking cares.
No one cares about Niger anymore?
No, the shit just fucking ended.
Oh,
France just pulled out and called it a day.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
all right.
We also know how Chinese Communist Party is using like this neo-colonial thing to
with Belize, right? They have all the mines. I didn't know about this, that the Chinese have a bunch of rare earth mines in Africa, right?
So this is what they did. Like for a foreign government, they are going to offer a really huge loan, but in Chinese yuan. So now what they did is basically these countries can use the loans to
buy mining equipment, right?
Their equipment, but with one condition, that they have to surrender at least a part of the mining or whatever rights, and also labor rights, blah blah blah.
Okay.
And now, so basically, China has built this thing in this African nation.
Yes.
They have at least partial control over, and this foreign government just also are in debt in a huge amount of money.
Are they defaulting on their loans? Are the mining operations in Africa defaulting on the Chinese loans? And are the Chinese
Yeah.
And the Chinese are just they use that as stipulation for, oh, now I just take this stuff over?
Basically, yeah. That's all you have to do.
Or sometimes when he wants to colonize another nation, he is going to forfeit the loan of a previous colonized nation. Like this is how he do this kinds of gestures to colonize Africa.
Dude, have you seen this
He's
show,
very
Hypatia? Have you seen Jade Fever? Have you seen this?
No.
So Jade, I didn't really know much about Jade until the last couple of years. One of my good friends, his wife, her uncle is a jade dealer, and apparently this is a really expensive stone in
Jade
China.
Gambling. I know that. I know jade gambling, right?
Yeah. So it's like this green rock, which to me like doesn't look very special and whatnot, but apparently to Chinese culture, this stuff is worth like tons of money.
Yeah, and then you can gamble with it. It's probably the only legal way you can gamble in China.
Is with jade, really?
Yeah.
Wait, why are you allowed to gamble with jade, but like you're not allowed to gamble in yuan or anything else? That's too funny. What? Stone gambling. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, gambling on rocks, dude. What are these people doing, dude? What? Betting millions. Okay, so this is the cool thing. This is also another type of thing where you don't know whether a rock is going to have good jade or not looking at the outside of it. You don't know until you literally split it open. So I think there's this TV show, it's on Amazon Prime, called Jade Hunters, where they're just going around like cutting these massive boulders with these huge diamond-tipped blades and whatnot. And you see this guy, he's like, ooh, okay, there's like white foam coming out, so it could be good. And then he looks at it, he's like, ah, no, this is shitty jade. And then like, I don't know, it's just, you would think there needs to be some sort of smarter way with physics to be able to determine whether a rock has good jade in it or not, right? Just these people just cutting boulders open all day. Oh man.
I mean, you can do magnetic resonance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, electromagnetism comes to mind.
Right?
Kind of thing.
Because
But I guess
you have it's a stone. It's not really just hanging on the like a wall or anything.
no.
There is no metal in it, so you just shove it in an MRI and then look at it.
I guess it's a little big to put in an MRI, right? Because they're massive boulders. That's too cool. Jade gambling. I don't. It's a pretty stone, but I don't see why it's worth so much money. I guess maybe it's a supply and demand thing, or maybe for whatever reason Chinese culture likes the color green. You know. I don't know. It's kind of cool. Yeah, but that came to my mind, dude, when I heard about that. Let me see. Noise, you still here? Still here? Noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Here, cool. You got a good question about. You know, I really appreciated like how you did this. Oh, your question does it in vectors already. Aha. This is so cool. I love watching the difference between the UK education system and the US education system, because we would never do this to someone. We would say this. We would say 3, -2, which is the same thing. But when you represent it like this as a matrix, well, it's a vector technically, sorry, but it looks like a matrix. This becomes more of a linear algebra thing. This is very cool. We do it like this, and or they would just give you the magnitude of this and a direction, and then they just ask you to solve it. But I appreciate how you do it this way. This is kind of cool. Let's see. What is this? This is...
I'm fairly sure with the first part's right. It's just the wording of...
Yeah, okay. So you got a mass, right, of A, which is going... Yeah, so this is 0.2, and it has velocity 3, -2. So really... Okay, I'll do like the US conversion. We would say this. We would say 3i hat minus 2j hat. That's what we would say. For the x and y component. And... Okay, so that's kind of like going down, I guess, is what it's really doing. It's doing like this. And then B is doing like this. This is B, which is 0.5 kg. This is B, and then this has, this is minus I hat plus 2j hat. I don't know if they use I hat and j hat in math. I think they do.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I was telling you, Mark, because they did the hats in older linear algebra textbooks.
That's too funny. Okay, and then afterwards, A has a velocity that's both positive, right? That's I hat. What's that? I hat plus j hat. Okay. Find the speed of B after the collision. Good. So this is conservation of linear momentum. So usually when we do this, they'll say like, oh, what's the x direction momentum? What's the y direction momentum? But you've already done that because you've done it here in vector form. Very cool. Oh man, this is so dope. Because yeah, you just read it like this. Wow. Okay, I think it's probably right. Let me think. 0.6 minus 0.5, right? It's 0.1. Minus 0.4 plus 1 is 0.6. Good. Good. And then you got to figure out what this vector is. Which, yeah. 0.5 times 0.1. Oh, I see. You moved this one over there is what you did. Oh, okay. See, this is so elegant, you doing it with vectors. Because then, yeah, you just multiply by 2. Cool. And then, yeah, you get a magnitude. That's great. Awesome. Okay. Find the impulse exerted on A by B. So, yeah, impulse...
velocities for B?
Yes. So,
So
impulse...
you have to do it that way.
Yeah, impulse is... This is equal to F delta T, which is also equal to M delta V. It's the same thing as the change in momentum, which you're doing the right thing here. Was this the final velocity?
That's the final velocity of B.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Final minus initial. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. I guess you can do it component-wise, right? That would make sense. You can do component-wise and then magnitude it, right? Oh. Okay. Impulse needs to be a number though. Impulse, I think, is a scalar.
Oh no, you can do impulse as vector.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
I just forgot to put the squiggle under the eye.
What do you think? Maybe you're right. Oh, impulse is a vector. I didn't know that. Okay. I thought it was a scalar. Well, a scalar in terms of like it's positive or negative, but okay. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. I've never seen that. In physics, anytime they ask for impulse, they want the magnitude of it. They don't really want... Well,
Yeah,
not magnitude, but they...
It's fairly useless.
Yeah, they want the scalar form of it. But yeah, this is correct. This is cool.
It said,
Yeah?
I was just curious because it said impulse exerted on A by B, but I didn't know whether I used the velocities of B or the velocities of A to find that. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, by Newton's third law, right, the force of B on A is the same as the force of A on B, right? They have to be the same.
But if you use the
you should get the same value. Do you not get the same value?
If you use the velocities of A, the negative sign switch, so it's minus 0.4 and 0.6.
Oh, exactly. Yes. Yes. Okay, I got you. I think it is. I think it's the opposite. I think this is the impulse exerted on B. This is the impulse on B. So I think you want to flip it for the impulse on A exerted by B. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes, because usually, I'm trying to think when we do impulse, right? So, let's say, for instance, I have a box here that's going at 10 meters per second, and then it reacts to a force, right? Which is, let's say the force is, okay, and then let's say this is 5 kilograms. Let's say this is 100 newtons, right? And it's for a time of, let's say, 2 seconds, okay? So then when I calculate the impulse of this, right, that's going to be m delta v, right? So I'm going to say 5 times, and then this is 10 minus v final, has to equal the force here, right? Which the force is negative 100, right? Because force points to the left, and delta t is 2, okay? So this tells me, and this will obviously be less than 10, so this will be a positive value, and this is a negative value, right? Oh, wait, they have to be the same, though. Wait 1 sec. Oh, sorry, I fucked this up. Sorry, it's v final minus 10. This is negative, right? Okay? And this is what we say is, what is the impulse? Let's say this is A, and then this is B. We say, what is the impulse of A? And that's a force being exerted from B. So in this case, the impulse on A is going to be the force of B, right? But it's going to be the change in velocity of A. And the change in the and this is going to be the negative of this. So I think, yeah, you want to use the change in velocities of A is what you want for this one.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, dude. That was a cool one. I like that. That was a cool question. I just did a TikTok on impulse, actually. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, here, impulse. See? Look, I did. Here's how to solve for impulse. Here's how to solve for impulse with physics. Look, I did like the ball. Or the duration of a collision. And then like use this equation, F delta T, M delta V, right? Impulse formula. Yeah. Forget this formula. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Ooh, almost at 15K. I want to hit 15K by the end of this week. Thank you, Jamarcus, also for teaching me about this like beta program thing or whatever. I'm so illiterate with TikTok. I mean, I just post things on TikTok and just see what happens. But there is where is it? It's like, where's my hub, dude? What? How does this work? It's my settings or something. No, that's my account. Was this my analytics? Is this what it is? Oh no, my video views are down by 15%. But anyways, there's something here where like apparently you make money on TikTok now for but I didn't think I met all the criteria, but yeah, you needed 10,000 followers, 100,000 views in 30 days, and something else, whatever. And I didn't think I had that, but then I did, and I was like, oh. And then I found out why I wasn't eligible before. It's because I was listed as a business instead of as a creator, as an influencer. And I was like, oh, I put down business because technically we are a business, we're a nonprofit. But that doesn't make you eligible for payments. But if I say I'm an influencer, then it does. And then I just linked the nonprofit bank account to it. So whatever money TikTok gives me will go towards you guys. So let's hope TikTok starts giving me some cash. Yes, I did get approved, Jamarcus. No, I did get approved. I'm just, and again, I don't know where that is, where that dashboard is. One sec. Maybe it's in Creator Hub. Let me find it for you. No, that's Live Creator Hub. Where's just TikTok? TikTok. I think it's only on the app. They make it like weird. I don't think you can find it on the web version. TikTok is a very interesting company. They don't really have like a web center. Like Facebook, there's a whole web interface for everything. Yeah. Oh wait. It said series. Wait, that has a $sign on it. Oh. Oh, what is this? Dude, what excuse me, what is this? You can create a series of your best videos for people to unlock access to. Publish 3 videos in the last 30 days. That's kind of hard. I do like 1 a week maybe. Okay. But what is this? Is this like OnlyFans? How does this work? What's a
Yeah, I guess kind of. Yeah, they pay to see a certain series of videos.
Oh, dude, this is basically OnlyFans, bro. What? Introducing a new way for creators to share premium content.
I guess some people want to see your
But it can't be porn. It has to be normal fucking TikTok.
Has to be normal. What did you say, Kiskler? Some people want to what?
Want to see your curves.
Yeah, they want to see my curves. My y = x² curves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dude, I love this. There's this new way to get paid to create on TikTok. Let me just wear a sexy yoga outfit and you can... Dude, this is the biggest bullshit, dude. You know that this is how OnlyFans kind of started? They were like, it was supposed to be for gym trainers and stuff. They're just like, you can join my fitness series. I'm just like, what? God damn it. These people aren't interested in fitness. The only thing it shares is that you're wearing fitness outfits. I guess you're wearing the same clothes, like whatever.
I mean, they're interested in fitness. They're interested in fitting these dick in your mouth.
Yeah. Dude, there is this fitness TikTok guy who's always like showing the spine. And one sec, let me find it. TikTok spine doctor guy. Dude, where is he, dude? Oh man, spine doctor. I don't know what it is. I have to find the video of it. But oh, is it this dude? Who is it? Oh man, I want to find this guy. My dad used to always say that like spine doctors were like the biggest criminals in the medical industry, but that's another thing. Anyways, but he's some spine doctor where he has like this very attractive woman wear basically a skin suit, right? Skin tight suit with like showing where all the bones, I guess, are and whatnot. And he basically just like, he's like, well, if you bend it this way and you bend it this way, and I'm like, bro, you're not teaching spine stuff. Like, I know who your audience
It's the
is.
only way that he can get attention.
I know. I'm like, I know who your audience is, dog. I know what you're doing. Like, oh man.
I mean,
dude.
he is people are observing it without, or like, taking it in without realizing it.
Yeah.
Because they're so encapsulated by a woman's ass.
Exactly.
That they don't realize they're learning shit about the spine.
Yeah, dude. All these chiropractor videos, man, dude. I'm just like, stop, dude. They're all just like, let me take this girl with ridiculous like fake butt implants and like in a yoga outfit, and let me show you how I fixed her hips. God damn it.
But the thing is, they actually do it, and you actually kind of learn from it.
Yeah, maybe you do.
And, like, you're not realizing it. But
I can't knock it. I can't knock it because I kind of do the same thing with math, minus the like the chiropractor stuff, where like, you know, I try to show you guys entertaining, fun stuff and play video games, but there's always the backdrop of, but we're also gonna learn math and science. Yeah, I guess I kind of do it. All right. Did we go over my question? We did, Jamarcus. All good. There will be questions on the stream tomorrow. Ooh, nice. I'm happy. Yes, let's do it. All right, here. Let's see if we got any other ones, and then maybe I have some time to show Kisskiller how I can calculate the area under a curve. It's a pretty cool proof, actually. What do we got? How can machine learning and artificial intelligence be used to improve the decision making of robots? Okay. Well, I think that's literally what they're for. Isn't that literally what machine learning's for?
The more we know, the more they know.
Right. What were you gonna say, Kisskiller?
Yeah, machine learning and artificial intelligence are just like statistics with cosmetic surgeries.
Yes, bro. I say this all the time. People are like, "Oh AI, oh AI, oh AI." I'm like, bro, we've had this shit forever, dude. What? Like, why is it? It's like the whole NFT thing. I'm like, man, dude, I see a craze when I see it, dude. What is it? AI meme if that, dude. This is the one I'm talking about, dude. Yes, I love this meme. I love this meme, dude. No, let me open the image in new tab. Yeah, this one right here. It's like, I don't know how many of you guys know about Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's kind of an older show or whatnot, but every time they find the villain, they pull the mask off and they're like, oh, this is who you really are. And so here it's the guy pulling off the mask of AI, and it's really just a bunch of if-then statements. It's like, if they do this, then this. If they do this, then this. If they do this, then this. So yeah, it's like, what? We just called it AI.
It all comes down to neural networks. They call them neural networks or
yes,
or whatever.
Which, you know, okay, another thing to talk about here real quick. Yeah, you talk about the neural networks is so this thing, oh, I forget what my login is. Is this my login? Okay, cool. Brilliant, which they gave me a bunch of educator accounts, which is really cool. Have you heard of these guys, Kisskiller? Brilliant? Have you heard of them?
Yeah, I always see it in ads, and
cool.
I never could. Yeah, I never had it. So I never tried it.
Okay. If you want, I have an educator account, so I can create accounts if you want one for free. Usually, I think you got to pay like $12 a month for this. But
really?
Yes. Yeah. I talked with these people. They liked what we did, and so they gave me an educator account. And they said you can create up to like 30 accounts or whatnot. So I've given them out to some people. And so yeah, DM me later. And if you want access to this, I can give it to you.
Yes,
what's up?
Can I get that?
Are you actually going to use it? Because again, they only give me so many guys, and like I need people to actually use it. I know Kisskiller will actually use it because he's actually like learning things. But
I'll even if I don't, I will like give it back or something.
Yeah, it's all good. But anyways, they have a new course here in, I think, neural networks. Let me see where it was. Yeah, this is cool. So they have a whole course now with how neural networks work. And you know, maybe I should go through this actually on a stream. But yeah, there's like all this cool stuff, dude. Like what? Very cool.
Yeah,
anyways,
I was following the very famous course, Intro to Artificial Intelligence by that guy Andrew Ng. I think you've heard of him. And
who?
The first thing he spoke about was literally linear regression.
Yes, a linear regression is a big thing, right? Yeah, it's technically called the method of least squares, right? Method of least squares. Do you know why it's called the method of least squares?
I don't.
Okay, here, I'm gonna teach you a little something. It's kind of cool here. So, how linear regression works. So if we have a bunch of points, right? Let's say we have a bunch of like blue points here, right? And I want to try to fit a line that follows my data, right? What I end up doing is trying to figure out what equation of the line here will minimize the error of each point away from the point it would have been predicted on the line. And it's the square of that. See how it's y minus f of xi squared? So yi is like the point of the data. F of x is the y point on the line. And then the difference of that squared contributes to what's called like a standard deviation or standard error. And what you do is you try to minimize that square. That's why it's called the least squares method. You're trying to minimize the square. This is also called the residual, by the way. So this is a great, yeah. Do you see how there's like the predicted value for y is here, but the observed value for y is here?
Yeah.
This difference here is called the residual. And what you try to do with a linear regression is you try to minimize the sum of the squares of the residuals. So you take all the residuals, you square each of them, you see what your number is, and then you try to move the line so that number is minimized. It's pretty cool.
Any, like clear logic for why they do square them?
I think it has to do. It's probably like a power weighting thing. You know, like with the Okay, another reason they square them, right, is because you got to get rid of the negative, right? Error, I don't care whether it's positive or negative, right? I just care that there is error. So when you square something, you get rid of the sign. So if all your numbers were above and if half your numbers were above and half your numbers were below, if I didn't square it, the error would look like 0, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But squaring it kind of does like an absolute value type thing, and then it's kind of the same way that magnitudes work with vectors and hypoteni, whatever, work with triangles, is that you square all of them, then you square root it. Yeah.
I do also think it's good for filtering because like if the what did you call it, the residual is like less than one squared, it's gonna be like even less.
Yes.
And if it's bigger than one squared, it's gonna be like amplified. So it's
yes.
like we are trying to
you're
apply
weighting
some form
it.
of filtering.
Yes, you're almost weighting it down, which is cool. Let me see. There's another cool thing with this actually, which is residual. For type of regression, because what you can do, so let's say for instance you had, man, I want like here, oh wow, residual graphs, yeah, this is cool. And then I want to do types. Yes, very cool. Okay. So a very cool thing is that if your residual plot looks anything like there's a pattern to it, then it means the type of regression you're applying is wrong. Because residuals, which is the error, right? The error of your data points away from your predicted points should be randomly scattered, right? You should have an equal number of points that are higher and an equal number of points that are lower. If you end up seeing any sort of pattern, then what happens is you're using the wrong type of regression. So, for instance, maybe you should be using an exponential instead of a linear. This is pretty cool. I do like this. This is fun. This is where like statistics and probability and stuff are really cool, man. I know Noise is like no, no. It's super cool, man. It's so cool. So let's say, for instance, you have something that is definitely exponential. Okay. Like looks something like this, and I try to predict this with a linear regression. Like I try to predict it with a line. Okay, if you were then to graph what the residuals look like, so something like this, and then so the green line ends up being 0, right? You would end up seeing a pattern. It would look something. It would look something like this. It would look like this, this. You see, as you get further away from the line, your residual would grow more and more and more, and it looks like there's some discernible shape to it.
Yeah.
That tells you right away that I should not be using a linear regression. I should be using an exponential regression. So that's why residuals are pretty cool. I did it a lot in grad school. Like, if you want to see what you should be doing with your data, you check to see what the residual graph looks like. Pretty dope. Let me see. Did we go over my question? I ping Kiss Killer in the anti-derivatives thread. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Noise has already taught how to do it. I'll show a quick review for it though. It's kind of cool. Okay, so Teacup. Oh, so Teacup. Yeah. Yeah, machine learning, artificial intelligence, they're all great buzzwords and whatnot. But yes, that's how robots work. And if we had machine learning, like true machine learning and true artificial intelligence, then I don't know, like the world would be a very different place, because then we could basically create life. We basically become God.
I think it's gonna go the other way around. You know, we're gonna enter anti-evolution phase, because our neurons are gonna like
be obsolete.
Die.
Yeah. Like there's no longer need. I've heard from a lot of people, and I agree with it, that we're outpacing evolution. Like our technological development is too far ahead. Do I know what?
There's that like famous mice experiments in which they sort of create a utopia. You know, they have food, they have mating, they have access to every like basic need.
Uh-huh.
And they end up creating a dystopia, because it's so unnatural to like have zero friction, zero challenges, and to have everything like ready for you.
What's it called? Sorry, what was it called? Kiss Killer? Mice dystopia?
You can write like mice dystopia experiment, something like
Okay.
Dystopia,
I don't know. Oh, that's too funny. Okay. Overpopulation leads to explosive violence and hypersexual activity, followed by asexuality, self-destruction, and extinction. Wow.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like our world, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean, we're all just rats. I mean, like, if you look at like U.S. birth rates are like terrible right now. I think, like, we're doing bad. Where is it? Yeah, America's birth rates are in decline. Yeah, here we go. Doctors warn U.S. is barreling towards the same fertility crisis as Japan. 1 in 10 men in their 30s are virgins, and a third of the women will be childless. Wow. I don't know. You know, that's yeah. From a
rooted in the idea that's like, you know, if you keep chasing after, you know, those dopamine highs, you're going to like eventually hate everything, because you're always chasing after like a greater dose.
Yeah, you're chasing the dragon, I guess.
Yeah, and your brain likes novelty, so yeah.
I see. Yeah, I mean, I could go on for a very long discussion about why I think that statement of the birth rates are declining and nobody's getting married and no one's having kids. There's a lot there that I deal with a lot, actually. I'm not. That would take a while. Let me do that on next week's stream. But yeah, that's super. I didn't know about the rat experiment. I didn't know that, like, if you create utopia, that the rats, like, they hit the limit and they're like, yo, there's nothing left, so let's just die. Wow.
I mean, it's even like, you know, you can project it onto like how the modern human beings act. For instance, you know, there's, you know, they tell you something like, your grandfather, like, if you count the number of naked women, you know, your grandfather had seen, it's like 2 or 3 maximum.
Sure.
Because like today, with like the availability of so, you know, an abundance.
And all the adult film stars we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you can easily have, you know, seen thousands of porn stars. So
that's right.
This availability of stimulus is, you know, it's making, you know, it's basically a rat's dystopia effect, you know.
Interesting. Yeah.
Very counter argument to that.
Yes. Hypatia has great arguments about eugenics, but yes, Hypatia, what's up? What's your counter argument? Let me hear.
Utopia is a utopia. Like, look at, like, if sometime during that utopia we actually made a decision to go extinct voluntarily, it's much better than right now. Every like almost half of the world's population is being actively persecuted or are
Oh, yes.
living in a condition that is near just almost constantly potentially fatal to them.
I see.
With these comparison, you say just live in a utopia, live long and die out.
I see. You're saying Hypatia, that it's kind of for a better of lack of term, it's kind of like when people say white people problems, where you're like, oh, you're complaining about having too much of a great time when like most of the world is starving and under the persecution of governments and whatnot.
That argument is like the most extreme manifestation of a classist privilege.
Yes.
Nationalistic privilege.
I get it. No, I get it, Hypatia. I do. I understand that. I guess it's because that's the world I live in, right? I live in this world, so those are the issues that I agree. Like, in the grand scheme of things, me complaining about that, oh, we're seeing too many naked women, or we have too much food, or we have too much dopamine, it seems pretty, I guess, tone deaf or out of context to the rest of the world. But it's still, I don't think it invalidates still the experience, right? That
and also,
I go through.
Like, even in your country, there are also people who is being economically persecuted by capitalists. Sure. So why not just make their life better by advancing into some kinds of utopia? Give them the
utopia.
Several thousand dollars a month as universal basic income.
I like UBI. I'm a big fan of UBI.
I think the question that lies from that is, how do you make a utopia?
Okay. How do you make
how society works, with how people's brains work? It's everything, chemistry in general with people. How do you make a utopia? You will never make a utopia, because no matter what, someone's going to be dissatisfied. Someone's going to ruin that utopia.
Yeah, it's subjective,
Yeah, and the only other way to do it would be basically segregationism.
Classism.
That's ruining a utopia in a sense.
Yeah. Wait, what is time to sell my liver?
What
are you guys talking about? What are you talking about selling livers?
While I was talking about the utopia, I was talking about making progresses in terms of the universality of human rights or things.
I agree.
Things like
that. That's important. It's important, Hypatia. I agree.
I'm going to construct a idealistic universal model of this utopia that's like the Brave New
rats.
World or something.
Yeah, the rats or something. Yeah, that's interesting. One sec. Let me. I want to make sure I get through everyone's questions before I got to go to yoga in a bit. All right, one sec. Titan Lord said, "Who are you picking if you wanted someone to fight for you?" Ooh, I like this question. This is a good one. Like,
alive or dead?
Let's say alive. Let's say they have to be alive. I like this.
Like
so,
MMA or with weapons or what?
Let's just say, let's not say no weapons. Let's just say hand-to-hand combat, but anything goes. Like, you can kick, punch, scream, whatever you want. Yeah. If I had to just like pick like a bruiser, they do this in they do this a lot in Game of Thrones, right? Trial by combat. Have you watched Game of Thrones, Kiss Killer?
I've seen some.
It's technically legal.
It's technically legal. Trial by combat is technically legal.
Technically, you can challenge a cop to trial by combat.
What?
It's not illegal.
That's not a good idea.
It's not illegal, but they might arrest you because they might think you're threatening.
Oh, I love this. Like if this is like if there was something in court and you were gonna lose, you're like, all right, fine, let's just like have people duke it out. But then in trial by combat, you can nominate a champion. You can nominate someone to fight for you, right? And this happens a lot in Game of Thrones. Like, they nominate people because they don't actually want to fight. Who would I nominate as my champion? Ooh, that's a good question, man. Oh wow.
I mean, it would be easy if it was like MMA rules or something.
Let's say there's no rules. No rules. There's no rules. Yeah. It's just it's just like no weapons, no rules, just fighting.
I mean, Jack the Ripper comes to head.
Jack the Ripper? Who's Jack the Ripper?
Yeah, but he used weapons. I don't think he.
No, okay, but let's say he has to be alive. He has to be alive. Has to be alive right now.
And can I choose Ramton?
We have seen Rampton fight, dude. I think I'd choose like John Cena, dude. John Cena. He's a big dude, right? John Cena. John Cena's massive, dude. Or
I guess like if it's me, I would just choose Putin because
Putin.
Either way,
Okay.
Because either way, I win.
Either way, someone can.
Yeah.
Either way, humanity wins.
I
right?
love that. I love that, Hypatia. You're gonna choose somebody to lose so that they don't exist here on the world anymore. Oh, that's too good. I mean, maybe I'd choose like Xi Jinping then. Xi Jinping's a big guy, isn't he? Isn't Xi?
Well,
No,
if it's me, then the point is that I can only win if he loses. But
Right.
with Putin is that, like, say there is a award for me if the person I pick that wins, then Putin actually knows how to fight because he is the KGB person. That means basically I cannot lose. Either way, I have a game.
Oh, Xi Jinping's only 5'11"? I thought Xi Jinping was a lot bigger.
He doesn't know how to fight either.
Do they Photoshop his height? Do they Photoshop his height and all the propaganda stuff? Is that what happens?
Not
I don't
really.
think I changed it. I think just Chinese people might be a little short sometimes.
I mean, Yao Ming is really tall, dude. Like, he's nuts.
Yeah.
7'6".
Can it be somebody that's alive but in a different era of their time, like somebody's prime versus what they are now?
Oh, yeah. Not right now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, can I choose somebody from their prime?
Yes, you can choose. Yes, they have to.
I'm choosing Mike Tyson. Fuck it.
Mike Tyson. Ooh, okay.
I want to watch somebody's ear get bitten off.
Kiss Killer, who would you choose? Who would you choose for your champion?
I would choose, that Greta girl. That's the little girl.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Greta Thunberg.
She's gonna win through guilting her opponents.
Bro, I love the Greta Thunberg memes, dude. What's the one where Greta Thunberg and who's that rapper, dude? Trippie Redd. Yeah, this one, dude. They're like Trippie Redd is Greta Thunberg cosplaying as Lil Wayne, dude. I love this one. Yeah. Anyways, Putin goes crazy. Yao Ming is a basketball player though, so that already makes him tall. It does. Okay, cool. All right, we picked our champions. All right, let me see. Any other last minute questions?
We didn't calculate the curves.
Oh yeah, let's calculate the curves, dude. Let's do it. Yeah, I got maybe 10-15 minutes. Let me show you how to calculate some curves real quick. Let's do it. Okay. Let's say for instance, you had a graph like this. Let's say y is just equal to x squared, okay? And okay, so that graph's gonna look, so let me get different colors for you real quick. Let's say it's gonna look something like this, and let's say this is 1, this is 2, and then this is 3. All right. Well, I can't draw 3 today. Okay, whatever. All right. Which we know, right, would have some y values. Oh no, why is my laptop? My computer's doing weird things. I can tell it. No, don't crash on me, girl. Don't do it. No.
It does not want to have to do more work.
Yeah, it's just like, we're done. A-Rod's asking me to, like, play Warzone, and I'm just like, dude, the game crashed on me 3 times last night. They released a new update, and everything always... sorry, that's not 2. That's going to be 4. 4 and 9.
What's
okay.
the new update?
There's new Season 6. Season 6 is out.
Oh.
But yeah, they screwed everything up. They always screwed it up. Okay, so this is a good question for you, Kiss Killer. Okay. If I wanted to try to figure out the area underneath this curve, how would you try to do it?
Well, I mean, the most basic and stupid approach for me is to calculate f of x.
Okay.
F1 plus f of 2 plus.
Yeah, you got some points here, right? Yeah, okay. And that's what we did here, so, right? This is... Oh, I didn't put this in the right place, but okay. Yeah, these are points, right? Yep. What you're doing when you do that is you're basically creating rectangles, right? You see how you're creating a rectangle here?
Exactly.
And then, this is another rectangle, and then you're calculating this rectangle, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you do that, right, is this going to be an overestimation or an underestimation?
It's gonna be an overestimation.
Right. See how this kind of sucks, right? We're just like, oh no, you know, that's not very good. Okay. What would be a more accurate way to do this? How could I make this more accurate rather than just, for instance, calculating with these 3 boxes, right? What's one way I can make it more?
Think of like geometrical solutions, but like they aren't generalizable in nature, you know.
Sure. So you're thinking of maybe I could do like a rhombus, or sorry, a trapezoid, right? They call this a trapezoid method.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do some trapezoids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not generalizable.
No, it's not. Okay. Another way to do this, though, right, would be just to increase the number of rectangles that I use, right? So let's say instead of going by every 1, I'm going to go by every half, right? So then this is 3 halves, and then this is 5 halves, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You see how now this should be more accurate?
Exactly, yeah.
Right? Well, so I'm not drawing this totally correctly. Yes, okay. But you get the point, yeah. So, in the same way that we did derivatives, right? You remember when I was showing like how derivatives work? We're actually one sec. This is on a different board. Let me show this one. One sec. Let me get that in. I just taught a student on this last night, which is cool. This was chain rule. Okay, cool. All right, this is what I was teaching. Okay, so the derivative, right, finds what the instantaneous slope is somewhere. Do you remember that, Kiss Killer?
Yeah.
Right, calculates this, right? So, for instance, and how I calculate the slope, right? Oh, thanks, Obama, for the subscription. Up to 10 now, nice. Is that I take the slope between 2 points, right? So this would be an example of me going between 2 points. And I wrote here, that's the secant line, very good. And what I wrote, right, slope is y minus y over x minus x. So in that case, if this is at x, and then this is a distance h away, so that this x value is x plus h, and then the y values are f of x and f of x plus h, that the slope ends up being this, right? It's this y value minus this y value over this x value minus this x value, which becomes h, right? And in order for this to be more and more accurate, right, what I want to do is I want to try to bring this point as close as I can to my original point, right?
Yeah.
And the limit that happens is when the distance between the 2 points, h, goes to 0.
Yep.
So that's how we get the limit definition of a derivative, right?
Yeah, true.
Now, we can kind of come up with the same thing for what we say is the limit definition of an integral. Because an integral is a limit in which the case of the amount of boxes or they say like bins that I create for this thing goes to infinity. That's what it is. So let me pull up where is it? I got it. What is it? Limit definition of an integral. I just want to get it right. I don't want to write it down wrong. This is it. That's what I like. Yeah. Now, but where's like the b minus a part? There's one with the b minus a in it. Where is it? Yeah, this is what I want. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So if we wanted to go from find the area from, let's say this is like a equals 0 to from x is equal to a, which is equal to 0, from x is equal to b, right, which in this case is equal to 3, right? Then what I'm doing is I'm taking the value of the function, right, at a, and then I'm adding it to the value of the function at like a little bit more to the right, and then I'm dividing it or sorry, I'm multiplying each one by h here, where h is the width, we would say, of these bins. Okay.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
Right. So it's the height, right? It's the height of the bin times the width of the bin, and this bin is the same everywhere, right? It's just h. Okay. And then what we're doing is we're taking the limit as the width of this bin goes to 0. And then here they make some nice definition here where, right, the width of a bin is your furthest point here to the right minus your furthest point to the left divided by how many bins you have.
Yeah.
And if the number of bins n goes to infinity, then the width of your bin goes to 0.
Makes sense.
Yes. So what this ends up becoming is the formal limit definition for what an integral is. Okay? So this whole description here can then be written like this. A to b f of x, yeah, dx is this. So
Why did they did like b minus a at the beginning? Is it like a multiplication factor or just like an?
Okay. Because b minus a is. Let me see for a second. Sorry. Yeah, why do they have the b minus a here as well? Sorry. Okay, so you have to limit as n goes to infinity. Oh, okay. Because it's the limit as h goes to 0 of this, right? Which is the width of something times the height, and then h is also b minus a over n is what it is. So then they're pulling it out here. I don't think they don't think they should have this h here. I don't think this h should be here as well.
The first one, yeah, they have 2 h's, yeah.
Yeah, they shouldn't have 2 h's. They should only have 1. Yeah, this is a typo is what this is. But yeah, so they're rewriting. So this limit as h goes to 0 is the same thing as n goes to infinity, where if you substitute in b minus a there for h, that's what you get. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And then this can be written as an integral. So, and then you learn some rules for integrals, which is, this is cool. I need to remember like how this actually works. It's like it's called the fundamental theorem of calculus, where it's the integral of f prime of a dA, I think, from f of x dx from a to b is equal to f of b minus f of a, is what this is, where this is the derivative. This is why integrals are called the antiderivative. Have you heard that term before? They call integrals the antiderivative?
No.
Yeah. It's because if you integrate a derivative, if you integrate the derivative of a function, you just get the function back. And in the same way, if you take the derivative of an integral, of a function, you get the function back. They kind of destroy each other is what they do. There is a proof for this one, but this is called the fundamental theorem of calculus. And then you learn some tricks for doing integration, specifically what's called like a power rule. You remember the power rule for derivatives, right? If I had like, for instance, 3x squared, that becomes 6x, right? It's the same thing for integrals, but in reverse. So if I have a regular just polynomial, right, thing with a power, you end up raising the exponent and then dividing by the new exponent. So this would be called the integral of y dx. And then technically you have to put a plus c on this, is what you have to do. Where, because there can be any sort of height offset, which depends on where you're starting and whatnot. Yeah. Anyways, that's a quick and dirty explanation of like what an integral is. But I hope this gave a little bit of intuition of how you just start making the bins smaller and smaller and smaller.
It surely made. So now, do we like have to end up with like results like, you know, the integral or the area equals like 5 or some units?
Yeah. So you can have what are called definite integrals and indefinite integrals. In the same way that with a derivative, right? I can have, for instance, you know, f prime of x is equal to, I don't know, 6x squared, or I can say f prime of 2, right, is equal to 24. So you can either have where it's in terms of a variable, or where it's in terms of of putting it in an exact number. In the case here, right, if I integrated from 0 to 3 of x squared dx, this ends up becoming x cubed over 3 from 0 to 3, which is, this is the function now. This is like f of b is what this is. Or this is just f of whatever. And so then I plug in f of 3, so that becomes 27 over 3 minus 0. So the answer is 9.
Damn.
Yeah. If I didn't have things here, if I said, oh, just what's the integral of this, like, and I'm not going to tell you from where to where, that's called an indefinite integral. And in that case, you would get x cubed plus 3 plus c, where you have to, c is a constant. It doesn't matter what it is.
Okay.
And that constant depends on what your bounds are.
I need to emphasize about the definition of that.
Definition of what, sorry, Hypatia?
Yeah, this like the definition of integrability, Riemann's integral or Lebesgue's integral. You have to be careful because there are pathological examples for functions that are like the integrability has to be specifically defined, or like you have to or it's downright Riemann non-integrable, and then you have to consider what about its Lebesgue integral and blah, like it's etc.
Yeah, Hypatia knows all this is the general case, but Hypatia is correct that there are, when you go deeper into the math and you get into more high level stuff, there's a lot of I guess exceptions, or what would we call it? Like, there's a lot of catches. Like, you have to make sure things are true. Pathology is what we call them?
Like mathematicians sometimes call it pathologies.
Okay. Yes.
And that's also another reason that I'm kind of sad with the way, even with my university, how they design the curriculum, because they teach students not the, like, despite the name pathology, they are very interesting.
Sure.
But they just don't tell the students the beautiful parts. They only tell the students the parts that will make them hate mathematics.
Yes. No, I agree. And I mean, they do that mainly because a lot of these kids that take this class are just trying to, like, get a prereq out of the way, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you guys are like, you're like, I just have to pass calculus so I can go to the next thing.
Actually, no, I started taking calculus because of you.
Aww. Appreciate that, Grim.
I mean, to me, calculus is like the very first thing to understand, like the most basic, classical physics things, such as motion and things like that. You know, it's like a fantasy, more like a fetish, actually.
Yeah.
To master calculus, you know.
Yeah,
well,
I mean,
the first thing you said to me was, like, I recommend taking calculus because not only do they give you extra credits, but it also gets a few things out of the way for, like, college.
It does. Yeah, well, because Kiskiller brings up a great point so calculus was created for physics, and so a lot of your classes, your higher level classes and whatnot, require calculus knowledge as a prereq because you're going to use calculus to do other things in that class.
True.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a cool question. Let me see. Yeah, I gotta go pretty soon here. Nick, what was Nick's question? Why is the liver the only organ that can regenerate? We gotta work on your spelling, Nick. I love you, man, but like what? Regenerate itself? Okay. I don't know. Because I'm not a doctor. I'm just a physics doctor. But let's see. Why can only the... liver regenerate? I also like when you guys ask these questions because I learned something here. The liver cells are called hepatocytes. Okay, so it's basically stem cells. That's cool. Stem cell reserve with the ability to return to a proliferative state. These tissues have no options for regeneration. Can stomachs regenerate? Maybe. Let's see. They bring up a cool thing. I'm sure you guys Okay, yeah, but some of it can, but the whole regeneration has not been. Okay. You guys have obviously seen the word stem cells. I know, well, at least when I grew up, it was a big topic, even in politics.
Yeah.
People were like, stem cell research, stem cells are babies, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. We're just fucking arguing about shit.
They exist mostly in like teeth and bones.
I thought they exist most in like placenta and stuff. Like it.
Is placenta in the blood? I forgot.
No, placenta like when a baby is born. It's like the leftover parts is what it is.
Oh yeah.
Most foundly okay, bone marrow, I guess, is where they're most found. Wait. Biggest source of stem cells for research. Oh, I guess it's bone marrow. Oh, embryonic stem cells. This is the embryo one. Yeah, this was in the early 2000s why a lot of people were yelling because they were saying, "Oh, you're killing babies or something, or like you're working on babies." And scientists were like, "No, we're just trying to do research, like chill." But yeah, here, adult tissues or neonatal tissues such as umbilical cords or placentas, yeah. Or embryos, which some people argue is human life. I'm not going to get into that argument right now. But anyways, stem cells are cool for research purposes because they are blank cells. They are like the building block of everything. Like your body is made of many different types of organs and tissues and muscles, and all those special cells that create different organs and tissues and molecules all come from the most basic building block, which is called a stem cell. So if you have a stem cell, you can do all types of cool research into any other part of the body, because I think you can develop it into whatever type of cell you need to study. I'm not a biologist, but maybe I'll get a biologist on here for you guys. Here, why are stem cells cool? For research.
This is some Frankenstein shit going on.
Yeah. Increasing understanding how diseases occur. They're highly adaptable, right? Yeah, they're unspecialized. So most cells in your body are specialized. So you have like liver cells or blood cells or brain cells. But a stem cell is like the most basic cell, is what it is. So you can do whatever with it. It's super cool. And yeah, they use it to try to like study a bunch of diseases and whatnot. It's pretty cool. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes. Oh, Tuhi, did you ask a question in our thing? I gotta go though. I gotta go now. So here, let me do the giveaway. Yeah, let's do the giveaway. Let's do giveaway. Giveaway. We love giveaway. Spinners. Where's the spinner? Pick a wheel. Okay. I think we have kind of the same people here there today, right? I definitely got Kisker, Teacup, Jamarcus, Initial. Oh, Ethan didn't show up. Dark, Titan. I think you asked a question too. Did you ask about like who I would fight? I think, yeah, you did. Okay. Noise asked a question too. I like Noise's question. Noise was good. Who else am I missing from today? No, I think that's it. Oh, and then technically Nick. But if Nick wins again, dude, I'm gonna be like, what's going on? All right, let's see. Anybody else that I miss? I think someone at the beginning of the stream also asked something. Oh, who is Oof Master Gaming? Who's that? Some of you guys have like different names on Discord than you do on Twitch, and so I don't know who is who. I think that's everyone. Okay, spin. Who's gonna win some Nitro today? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Wow, Teacup! Good job, Teacup! Teacup wins! Sweet, good job, Teacup. Kiss Killer, you're almost there, dude. You're almost next. I know you're gonna get it one of these weeks. I know you will. Okay. Awesome. Okay, thank you everyone for coming to Golden Hour today. I really appreciated all the discussions and everything. Maybe you guys let me know who what type of person you'd like to talk to and whatnot. Yes, I'll get that to you too, Kiss Killer. I'll get you it. If I don't get it to you today, remind me. Feel free to DM me. Don't worry, you're not bothering me. I just have so much on my plate with stuff. But yeah, please DM me if I don't get it to you today. I'll get it to you tomorrow for sure. But yeah, again, come with your questions. I like learning stuff with you guys and trying to impart some of my experiences and whatnot. Yeah. What's up, Teacup? You won, Teacup. You won the spinner wheel.
Oh, finally.
Yeah, nice. Good job.
That wasn't my question though. What was that website you were showing with the mechanical engineering stuff? I want to take that.
Was it Brilliant? Was it the Brilliant website? Was I showing you guys? What was it? Mechanical engineering?
There was something about mechanical engineering on there, I thought.
Was it this?
Yes. I don't know if that is still there though.
I don't see engineering. Oh, there was neural network stuff is what there was. Let me see.
My bad.
Yeah.
I don't want it anymore.
You want? I mean, I can try to think of like good mechanical engineering course. I mean, if you want to be good at mechanical engineering, Teacup, you want to be good at physics. That's what you want. A lot of mechanical engineering comes down to physics, and then it gets more specialized because you start talking about like materials and torsions and all sorts of shear forces and stuff. I don't want to be live intimidated by Noise and Hypatia. No, you're fine, Kiskiller. I appreciate your I appreciate your drive to want to learn more things. That's very cool. And I think that also inspires a lot of the other viewers and students here. So I welcome it. Please do it. Never feel like you're dumb. I'm happy to explain things again if you don't get it or if someone else already asked it, but you know, I'm totally cool. That's what I like to do. I think it's very important. What's up?
Do I get Nitro now?
Yeah, you get Nitro, yeah. And then maybe we'll finally have enough for... We need 2 more boosts to get level 3. Yeah, so hopefully, I don't know, we'll see.
I know. Fine, I'll boost you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Okay, next stream is tomorrow. That's going to be at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's a little bit later. I do that so that the West Coast kids can at least have a time to make it out. I know some of them don't get out of school till 3 or 4 o'clock, so I try to make sure there's at least a 5 p.m. West Coast one for them as well. What is it like homework? What is like homework? What are you asking, Titan? The stream. Oh, this stream? Oh, this stream is you can ask whatever, and I help. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's stream is homework. Yeah. It doesn't have to be homework. If for instance, Titan, if you're going over something in your class that you didn't really understand, you can just give me an example question of what it is, and I'll make sure you learn it. You know, make sure it makes sense to you. Or if you're like many of the other students here, Titan, that are bored with their classes, I can teach you something new that will get you ahead so that when you see it as you get older, you'll be able to do it. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Rad. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Dope. All right. Appreciate you guys. I'll be on streaming tomorrow. I'll be around in the Discord later tonight. I got to run to yoga, but I appreciate you guys. Have an awesome Thursday. And we'll see you on Friday. Cool. Namaste. Peace.